Have you noticed that many of the world's most influential billionaires are simply not on social media? Or when they are, they hardly ever post anything. This is no coincidence. Today, you will understand why these people avoid social media and how this behavior can radically change your life. Number one, time is the most valuable asset, and they know it. Billionaires avoid social media because they understand a fundamental truth. Time is the most valuable resource there is. Unlike money, which can be lost and regained, time is finite. Every second spent is a second that will never come back. While most people distract themselves by scrolling through endless feeds, watching short videos, and jumping from notification to notification, billionaires make conscious decisions about how to use every hour of their day. They know that social media is designed to capture your attention, and that once your attention is diverted, your productivity, mental clarity, and ability to make good decisions are compromised. It's no coincidence that many of the world's most powerful names, such as Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg, have extremely controlled routines and avoid getting lost in digital distractions. They prioritize moments of deep focus, reading, strategy, and action, activities that really move their lives forward. What separates those who build wealth from those who live trapped in consumption is precisely this clear sense of the value of time. And here's the practical lesson. If you want to improve your life, start by auditing where your attention is going. How much time do you spend producing something useful? And how much do you waste just watching other people's lives? Change your relationship with time, and you will change your results. Success begins when you understand that every minute matters. Number 2, they prefer to act behind the scenes. Billionaires don't need to show off on social media because they understand the power of acting behind the scenes. While many spend their energy trying to look successful, they are busy being successful. True wealth rarely shouts, it whispers. People who accumulate great fortunes and build empires know that exposure brings not only applause, but also envy, criticism, and distractions. That's why they prefer to keep their achievements quiet, protecting their movements from unnecessary scrutiny. They operate with discretion, while others spend time feeding their egos. Social media feeds vanity, but billionaires are guided by strategy. They don't need validation from others to know their own worth because their focus is on results, not appearances. Many don't even have public profiles, and when they do, they post with extreme caution. This reveals something powerful. The more valuable what you build, the more protected it must be. The lesson is clear. If you want to truly grow, focus less on showing and more on doing. Build in silence, work while others show off, and let the results speak for you. The stage may be seductive, but it's behind the scenes that great plans become reality. Keeping quiet about your goals is not weakness, it's strategic intelligence. Exposure is easy, but the discipline of growing away from the spotlight is what separates amateurs from true wealth builders. Number 3, social media is designed for addiction. Social media wasn't created to inform or connect, it was designed to be addictive. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook use sophisticated algorithms to keep you scrolling for hours, activating the same brain circuits as addictions like gambling and even drugs. Each like, notification, or new video releases a small dose of dopamine, creating a temporary feeling of pleasure. And the more you consume, the more hooked you become. Billionaires understand this clearly. They know that giving your attention to these distractions means losing mental energy, focus, and productivity. That's why they avoid getting involved with social media in a passive or compulsive way. For those who want to achieve high levels of fulfillment, having control over your own mind is essential, and there's no way to maintain that control when you're stuck in endless cycles of stimulus and reward. Most people don't realize that they are being used as a product. Their attention is sold to advertisers while they think they are just entertaining themselves. The lesson is straightforward. If you want to build something great, you need to regain control over what you consume. Replace endless scrolling with activities that truly add value. Reading, writing, deep learning, creating. Your time and attention are the most coveted assets on platforms, and knowing how to protect them is an act of intelligence. Those who master their own attention master their own destiny. Number 4. They take mental health seriously. Billionaires understand that the mind is their most important asset, which is why they take mental health seriously. They avoid social media, not just for productivity, but because they know that excessive consumption of digital content can be toxic. The constant bombardment of information, social comparisons, and negative opinions wears down the brain, increases anxiety levels, and diminishes clarity in decision-making. While most people compare themselves to edited and illusory lives posted online, billionaires shield their minds from this type of pollution. They understand that an overloaded brain loses its ability to focus, be creative, and discern. That's why they avoid environments that drain emotional energy. Instead of waking up and immediately checking their phones, many adopt morning routines of silence, reading, meditation, or exercise. They prioritize emotional balance because they know that big decisions require a clear, calm, and focused mind. Mental health is treated as an absolute priority, not an afterthought. And here's the lesson for you: don't get used to mental chaos as if it were normal. Feeling anxious, distracted, and tired all the time is not a sign of modern life. It's a sign that something is wrong. Reduce the noise, limit screen time, feed your mind with content that strengthens you, not weakens you. Silence, focus, and emotional well-being are invisible assets that underpin any achievement. Ignoring this is sabotaging your own growth. Number 5, they choose to learn instead of entertain themselves. Billionaires make a clear choice every day. They prefer to learn rather than entertain themselves. While most people use their free time to distract themselves, they use it to evolve. This does not mean living a life without pleasure, but rather understanding that true pleasure lies in growth, mental clarity, and achieving concrete goals. Instead of spending hours watching short videos, memes, or irrelevant controversies, billionaires immerse themselves in books, audiobooks, mentoring, courses, and real experiences that expand their repertoire. They know that every minute spent learning can yield years of advantage. Empty entertainment, on the other hand, only steals time, energy, and focus. Many use distraction as an escape from reality, but billionaires face reality head-on and seek the tools to transform it. They understand that knowledge is leverage, and the more they know, the better decisions they make. That's why they avoid shallow content and prioritize what challenges them intellectually. The big lesson here is, if you want to grow, you need to swap passive consumption for intentional learning. Ask yourself, what is this content teaching me? How does it bring me closer to my goals? If the answer is nothing, it may be time to change your habits. The brain needs healthy stimuli to develop, and you are responsible for choosing what you put into it. Billionaires don't have time to waste on distractions because they know that the right knowledge, applied strategically, is the key to transforming any life. Number 6, they understand the value of privacy. Billionaires understand something that many ignore. Privacy is a powerful asset. In a world where everyone wants to expose their routines, thoughts, and achievements, they do the opposite. They protect their lives with discretion. This is no accident. The more you show, the more vulnerable you become. Exposing too much can attract envy, criticism, sabotage, and even threats to your personal and financial security. Big names like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Mark Zuckerberg Interestingly, creators of social platforms limit what they share publicly because they know that the less people know about you, the less power they have over your life. Privacy gives you the freedom to act without external pressures, to make mistakes without judgment, and to grow in silence. It is in this protected space that important decisions are made, innovative ideas are born, and strategies are executed. Billionaires value environments where they can think clearly, away from noise, comparisons, and constant judgment. And that is the big lesson. You don't have to show everything to prove you're winning. Keep your plans to yourself, cultivate silence, and share only with those who really matter. Your energy should not be wasted explaining every step you take. Instead of seeking public approval, seek consistency behind the scenes. The more selective you are with what you show and who you surround yourself with, the more control you will have over your destiny. Privacy is not isolation, it's intelligence. And those who understand this gain power. Number 7, they know that real networking happens outside of networks. Billionaires know that real networking, the kind that generates real opportunities, solid partnerships, and exponential growth, happens outside of social media. Digital connections are easy, superficial, and often based on image and appearances. But the bonds that truly transform lives and businesses are built in the real world, in private meetings, strategic dinners, restricted events, mentoring, and closed circles of trust. While many are content to accumulate followers and likes, billionaires invest time in cultivating quality relationships with people who share their vision, values, and results. They know that being present, listening attentively, demonstrating genuine value, and offering concrete solutions is what creates lasting bonds. Real networking is not self-promotion in comments or cold messages. It is building a reputation over time through credibility, competence, and attitude. Social media may open doors, but those who enter and remain in important rooms are those who know how to position themselves in the physical world. The big lesson here is stop seeking virtual validation and start seeking real presence where decisions are made. Go to meetings, participate in groups, learn from more experienced people, and be where the real game happens. The world is not moved by likes. It is moved by people with initiative, vision, and the courage to connect outside of screens. Billionaires understand this, which is why they are always surrounded by the minds that build the future. In a world where distraction has become the norm and exposure is treated as a virtue, billionaires follow the opposite path, and not by accident. Their silence is not disinterest, it is strategy. Their distance from social media is not arrogance, it is focus. They see what most people ignore. The real advantage lies in doing what few have the discipline to do. And that includes protecting your time, preserving your mind, keeping a low profile, and prioritizing what really matters. While many are busy trying to be seen, they are busy building. It's not about copying their habits to the letter, but about reflecting on what you are doing with your own attention, energy, and daily choices. The digital age offers incredible tools, but also subtle pitfalls. Those who thrive are not those who consume everything, but those who select with discernment, act with intention, and live with purpose. Perhaps the biggest secret of billionaires is not in the money they accumulate, but in how they protect what money cannot buy: peace, focus, freedom, and time. If this video made sense to you, leave a comment below saying which city you are watching from, and I will mark it with a heart. Take care and see you in the next video.